I am super excited about our guest today. I have with me Dr. Elizabeth Carter. Dr. Carter, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. Absolutely excited to be here. It's my second time around, and the second time is always grander.
Can you tell us just a little bit about what your speaker topic will be?
Tomorrow I'll be talking about imposter syndrome, the stress of being a leader, and the challenge is that less than 8% of African Americans hold leadership roles, and I'm trying to break that mold. But we need more tips, tools, and information on how to do that. So I share some tips tomorrow to help them elevate their game. When we look at the prerequisites for a position and say, oh, I don't have that, I don't have that, we think we need to be 100% qualified, where realistically others will be half qualified and still go for it, and we're afraid to step up.
What would be your one great piece of advice for our audience?
I would say the main three things I talk about is about being vocal, being visible, and being valued.
Wow, the
And
3 B's.
yes, and we undervalue our worth because we're not clear in articulating what we've done and how we've added value to our corporations. So it's really about thinking about what you do, who you're touching, what is it impacting, and how are you influencing change in the organization by what you're doing.
Early in my career, it was a challenge. I would sit in meetings where I could see the eyes focused on me like daggers trying to put a hole in my heart, wanting me to fail. And that caused me to have imposter syndrome. With every promotion, a little more self-doubt crept in. I knew I deserved to be there, but I wasn't quite sure. I was climbing and being abused until I was kicked off my hill. Hope is not a strategy. Hope is just a wish or a desire. There's no action in hope. Action and energy comes from confidence. Something I wish I had more of early in my career. I want you all to be able to get over your imposter syndrome and be vocal and visible in the room. Nelson Mandela said, after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. I believe when we reach the top of our great hill and stand in our superhero pose, it appears as though we have fought all of our villains victoriously. But really we're thinking, man, Wonder Woman and those ladies in the Black Panther movie make fighting villains look easy. Why do I feel tore up from the floor up? How many of you have had to fight villains in climbing the hill to your dreams? Villains come in two categories: the villains of the masses and the villain in the mirror. Today, I will take off my cape and share with you 3 strategies that will allow you to overcome your villains and be the superhero in your life. I've been in corporate America for over 25 years, and often I am only the person of color in the room. Early in my career, I would go to meetings where all eyes were on me, like daggers trying to stab me in the heart, judging me, wondering why I was there and how I got there, and waiting for me to fail. When I moved into leadership, imposter syndrome started to creep in. Every promotion, more self-doubt kicked in. The villains of the masses were emotionally and mentally kicking me until June of 2016, when I was kicked off my hill because I lost my job due to downsizing. And that day, when I got that notice of being laid off, I went home, went into my bathroom, and looked into my mirror. Out of the left side of my eye, I could see my friends on the shelf. My baby aspirin, my blood pressure and cholesterol pills, and my extra strength Tylenol. Out of the right side of my eye, I had about $50,000 worth of lotions, concealers, blush, eyeshadow, eyelashes, lipstick. I had so much cosmetic products RuPaul came to me for advice. The items on my left kept me alive. The items on my right made me look alive. But right in front of me, I didn't recognize who that was. I was gaining weight. My eyesight was worsening. The shine in my smile was dimming. Maybe leadership wasn't for me. Was this gonna put me in an early grave? Was this my kryptonite? I tell you, if you are struggling, fighting the villains in your life, I need you to take out your phones right now and text the word Dr. E Cares, that's DRE Cares, to phone number 315-232-8137. Dr. E Cares, 315-232-8137. There you will get 8 tips to supercharge your motivation. When I got laid off, I went to see a career coach. And she said to me, you know what? What were you really expecting from that last job you had? And I said, I was working hard, doing all the right things. I was a director, and I was hoping to be promoted to a vice president. And she said, you know what the problem was? Hope is not a strategy. Hope is a wish or a desire. You needed action in your plans. And when you think about superheroes, they just take action. They just go ahead and do it. But you know what? How many of us don't have that kind of confidence? Let me share with you 3 tips of what I did when I finally got a new job in 2017 to being promoted to a vice president in January 2022. Number 1, be vocal and stop being so sensitive. You do belong in the room. You are great. You have persevered. You are here today. Make your voice matter. Number 2, be visible and expand your network. I call that having a personal board of advisors. And historically, minorities have a poor sense of understanding what that means. We need to find people that look like us, do what we're doing, do what we want to do. And remember, it's not what they can do for you, but what you can do for them. And third, how you leverage number 1 and number 2 is having value in what you say. And how you do that is I tell you to have conversations that are profound. When you're profound, you add value. So my 3 tips: be visible, be vocal, and be valued. Again, for my free download, text Dr. E Cares to 315-232-8137 for your tips to supercharge your careers. I ask you all to think about where you are today in your hill, because I need us all to climb to the top and stand in our superhero poses with me, Wonder Woman, the women of Wakanda, and we will wear our capes of courage and confidence, knowing that we have fought our villains victoriously. Thank you.